This is Dev AI, focusing on the newest developments in AI and the legal space. Please subscribe to my channel. China's Cyberspace Administration today published the first draft rules for the management of generative AI. The Generative Artificial Intelligence Service Management measure is to promote the healthy development and standardized application of generative artificial intelligence, and the State Information Office issued a draft for comments on April 11, 2023. And the deadline is for feedback is May 10, 2023. Afterwards, we'll see how the process will develop and the final law or measure will look like. The measure consists of several articles, in total more than 20, and covers a wide range of different aspects of generative artificial intelligence. Article 1 focuses on the promotion of the healthy development of standardized application of generative artificial intelligence. And these measures have to be formulated in accordance with laws and administrative regulations, such as the Network Security Law of the People's Republic of China, the Data Security Law of the People's Republic of China, and the Personal Information Protection Law, as well as any associated laws and regulations. This is then subsequently followed by Article 2 that outlines that it applies to research, development, and the utilization of generative artificial intelligence products to provide service to the public within the territory of the People's Republic of China. The question is, however, what is generative artificial intelligence in the legal context and how it is defined? And for this measure, it addresses all technologies that generate text, pictures, sounds, videos, codes, and other content based on algorithms, models, and rules. The law is very specific in terms of how a provision shall work. Specifically, the provisioning of generative artificial intelligence products or services have to comply with the requirements of the laws and regulation, as well as respect social morality, public order, and good customs, and meet the following requirements. Specifically, the content generated by generative artificial intelligence should reflect the core values of socialism and must not contain any subversion of state power, overthrow a socialist system, or incitement to split the country, undermine national unity, promote terrorism, extremism, or even promote ethnic hatred. Furthermore, also violence, obscene and pornographic information, as well as false information, content that may disrupt economic and social order is totally forbidden. Additionally, in the process of algorithm design, the training data selection, model generation, and optimization and service provision have to take measures to prevent discrimination based on race, ethnicity, belief, country, region, gender, age, and occupation. Also, necessarily, the intellectual property rights have to be respected and business ethics. And it also, and that's very crucial, shall not implement any unfair competition. The most important aspect as well is that the content generated by generative artificial intelligence has to be true and accurate, and measures have to be taken in order to prevent the generation of false information. This has been a major issue with ChatGPT and other recent chatbots that have provided information that may not be accurate. So the question will be also, who is going to be liable for if such issues arises? And tools also have to respect the legitimate interest of others, prevent harm to the physical and mental health of others, or damage portrait rights, reputation rights, and personal privacy, or even infringe intellectual properties. Furthermore, the illegal acquisition, disclosure, and use of personal information, privacy, and business secrets are prohibited. One of the most significant decisions is that organizations and individuals that use generative artificial intelligence products to provide services such as chat and text, image, and sound generation, including supporting others to generate text, image, and sound by programmable interfaces, have to assume the responsibility of the producer of the content generated by the product. This implies that the providers or individuals are responsible for any legal consequences and have the statutory responsibility of the tool. Another crucial limitation is that in Article 11, the law clearly outlines that while users have to identify themselves to use the service, which is a real name identification, the information on the users cannot be illegally retained, and also no portraits can be generated based on the user and the user's condition. This is a significant limitation to address the aspect of fake portraits of individuals. Finally, the law provides for fines between 10,000 and 100,000 yuan if the service is suspended. There may be separate fines and charges if, for example, like the service violates public security, or even for any criminal activities, the criminal law has to be applied. Summarizing, the Chinese draft represents a first step of regulation related to generative AI, and one has to see how this will be implemented in the future. However, it will definitely represent a cornerstone of regulation across the world in how to deal with generative AI technologies. This is Def AI, focusing on the newest developments in AI and the legal space. Please subscribe to my channel and put any questions or feedback in the comment section. Goodbye.